Welcome UFC fans, this is the head-to-head fight breakdown for the UFC event that's happening live this Saturday, November 12th in Los Angeles. And this head-to-head fight breakdown is brought to you by MMASucka.com. And the fight we're talking about that we're going to break down here today is Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos. That's the main event in the heavyweight division. And we'll also talk about Ben Henderson and Clay Guida. That's a fight that will go down in the lightweight division. And I've got a couple guys here to help me talk about it. Yale UFC from the sportshack.ca. What's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
And we've got a guest this week, friend of ours, MMA writer for StreetMade.com, Julian Solomita. What's going on?
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
What's up, Julian?
What's up?
We're here to break down this UFC event this Saturday in Los Angeles at the Honda Center in Anaheim, rather, and that's 6 p.m. local time, Pacific time, I should say, because that's local for me. So anyways, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, heavyweight title fight. We'll talk about Ben Henderson and Clay Guida. And how about the three of us? We'll pick a fight and we'll break it down and we'll go from there. That work for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a lot of featherweight and bantamweight fights on this fight card. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's pretty cool of Dana to have booked all of those, or Joe Silva or whoever. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to those. But we'll take it. We'll start. Well, I don't know. Where are we going to start, Julian? Tell us. Give us a fight to start with. Break it down.
All right. Thanks, Nick. Those prelims. There's actually some hidden talent in those prelims, but the Paul Bradley against Mike Pierce fight really interests me. I think that's going to be a really exciting fight. A lot of people don't know they already fought once back in 2009. It was a different promotion, not the UFC, but it was a battle. These guys fought 3 hard rounds, stood up with each other for the most part, and Pierce took the decision. It was a lot of striking, but it was a great fight and definitely one that should be rematched. Anyway, when I was talking to Paul Bradley this week, he was telling me about his changes in his camp, and he's really focused right now. He doesn't feel much pressure. He's feeling good going into this fight. He's going in at 185. Even though his last fight and Mike Pierce's last fight was at welterweight. He was telling me about the guys he was training with: Phil Davis, Eric Del Fiero, boxing coach, and Dominic Cruz. And I'm really excited because when guys go train with fighters like Dominic Cruz who have really crafty striking and just crazy footwork, it's interesting to see how they come out of that camp and seeing what they implement that's new in their game plan. So I'm really pumped to see that. Bradley was talking about his striking and grappling. He thinks he's improved a ton since he fought Pierce last in 2009. He's relying a lot on his striking now, and he sees a lot of things that he's ready to pick apart in Pierce's game. One thing about Pierce, though, this guy has a chin, man. He is a rock for a chin. 133 against Johnny Hendricks. Hendricks threw everything but the kitchen sink at this guy, and he wouldn't go down. And Hendricks is real strong. So I'm interested to see how Bradley does again with Pierce, a really tough guy. Even if Pierce won't go down, I do think that Bradley has the edge, and I'm picking him in this fight.
So we know who Julian's going with. What do you think, Pierce or Bradley?
Well, I like Mike Pierce, but now that I hear Julian's side of the story, like his inside scoop, I'm going to look up Bradley, and I'm going to see if it's worth taking plus 350 on him.
So you like that one, or you like that line on that fight there? What fight you like? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I like Mackins and Semazar.
Yeah, Semerzier. We'll go with that. Mackins. How about we just call him Mackins?
Visible.
And he's taking
Mackins
on
versus Roberto
Peralta.
Peralta.
Yeah, Mackins.
Mackins started off his career 5-0, and he's 1-4. He went on a 1-4 skid. And Roberto Peralta, he started off 2-2. Since then he's on a 13-1 and an 8-0 skid. So he's pretty much like on a tear. This guy can fight. This guy, he'll come at you. He'll swing at you. He's a boxer, but he'll throw kicks. He'll take you down. But when he takes you down, he's not lying there like a wrestler. He's trying to get in position so he could like pound you. And he's not. You think Nick Diaz he keeps on going? This guy, when he's on the ground, he keeps on going. He won't stop. He'll hit you in the ribs. He'll hit you in the face. He'll hit you everywhere, and he could take you down. This guy's a really tough fighter. And I seen him. It's pretty even. He might be maybe a minus 110 or something you can catch him at. But this is the guy to pick. This is the guy to watch out for.
I gotta agree with you there, Yale. I've seen Peralta in his last couple of fights, and he just tore it up. He was a savage. He actually, well, I shouldn't say actually. He trains down in California, and he runs or he teaches down there also. We tried to get in touch with him. Weren't able to get in touch with Robert Peralta there, but yeah, I think he might tear through Mackins here for sure. I'm going to agree with you there. What do you think, Julian?
Yeah, I think this is going to be another great fight. Like Yale was saying, Mackins is just an athlete. He goes for days. He's got great wrestling, great boxing, really well-rounded fighter. And, Peralta's on a tear right now. He's 8-fight win streak. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I think Mackins has the edge, though.
Interesting. Okay, so I guess that leaves it to me. And let me just see here. All right. Well, we got a couple ones here that I kind of wanted to talk about. Cub Swanson versus Ricardo Lamas. That was one fight. And Dustin Poirier and Pablo Garza. Both those fights in the featherweight division. And I'm leaning towards... I'm a fan of Garza. I really like what he did. He's 2-0 so far in the UFC after his unfortunate ending in the Ultimate Fighter there. But I think he's got a lot of talent. I like his 12-1 record. He's got KO. He broke some dude's nose. He's got submission. He's won both knockout of the night and submission of the night. But he's taken on Justin Poirier. The Diamond is no joke. But I just, he's, the Diamond's an all-around great fighter. He's skilled in a lot of different areas. But I don't know. I'm going to give the edge to Garza here. What do you think, Julian?
I gotta say Poirier, this guy's he's a really well-rounded fighter, and he's young. He's super athletic on his feet, and one thing about this guy is he takes punishment well. He doesn't have one of those those wills that you can break real easily, and suddenly he's out of a fight. He comes at you and he doesn't stop until his business is done. I think he's also good off his back, and I'm going to give him the edge in this fight.
Cool. Quickly, Yale, Cub Swanson or Ricardo Lamas?
Well, I like Lamas, but I think I like to point something out here. I think this is going to be fight of the night for the whole card.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
No? There we go. I think we might have one of our first agreements between you guys. Interesting here. I like how this is going. We all have different points of view here. It's good. Okay, that brings us to the co-main event. We've got Ben Smooth Henderson. We've got Clay the Carpenter Guida. This is in the lightweight division. This has got some lightweight belt implications here. Yale, let's start it out with you. What's going down?
Well, I think Clay Guida is going to pull up the upset. If you go back to Ben Henderson versus Jim Miller lost that fight. He lost it on his own. He came in, he overpowered him, he put his arms wrong. It's really hard to grab someone's arms and put them right, overpowered them over behind their back. He did that. Then he got overconfident. He jumped on his back. And then I don't know what happened if he fell down and Ben Henderson landed on him. But Ben Henderson got the advantage right there, and he landed elbows and vicious ground and pound. So he got the head start. And when it was round two, Miller he took a beating, so he couldn't really do nothing. He was at 30% in round two. So from there on, he couldn't really come back and win. So it was his mistake that cost him. So I'm going to go with Guida. Guida won't make a mistake. Guida's going to bring it. He's going to attack. He's going to put enough in the judge's eyes in the attacking where he's okay, he did enough. And then the wrestling, he's going to take him down. And then that's where I think he's going to win. So enough takedowns, and he's going to do good in the stand-up.
I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of Guida since back in the day. I think he's got a lot of juice in the tank. I know he does, in fact. I know he's going to do a lot of moving around like he always does. It's effective, too. He's going to stifle you. He's going to keep you against the fence there if he can, and hold you there if he doesn't throw down on you, right? But Henderson, I just don't think he's too athletic. You're not gonna pin him down. He's not gonna let Guida come in there and just hold him down there. So I don't know. I like Guida, but I gotta go with Henderson. What do you think, Julian?
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with you on this one, Nick. Guida's a real finesse wrestler. He gets guys down. And he's good at wrestling guys who don't like wrestlers. You know, he wrestles a lot of strikers and he beats them that way. And that's not taking anything away from his game. He's a great wrestler, but you know, Ben Henderson is a physical specimen. This guy is he's got ridiculous strength. And even if he doesn't want to take Guida down, he's going to have no problem stuffing Guida's takedowns and also winning on the feet.
Well, great comments from all three of us here, both of you guys there. So let's talk about the main event. We've got Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos. Cain's coming in at 9-0. Dos Santos, he's 13-1 on an 8-fight win streak. This is a big heavyweight clash for the belt, obviously, and this is the first time event on Fox. Yale, what do you think?
I'm almost done.
Well, Cain Velasquez versus Junior Dos Santos. Biggest fight, I think, all year. Pretty much, I think Junior Dos Santos is going to win. He's going to upset Cain Velasquez, but I don't think it's an upset. Cain Velasquez has only beat, I didn't really look it up, but all I can think of is he's beat Congo, Rothwell, and he's beat Brock Lesnar for the title.
And Nogueira, too.
And Nogueira. But he really got, he got the title shot because Dana White wanted him, a new up-and-comer. He wanted to make a future champion for the fans of the Mexican descent. So that's why he got the title shot.
Okay.
He ended up beating Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, to me, is not an ultimate. He's not an MMA fighter. He's a wrestler. So he doesn't have all the tools to beat a guy like Cain Velasquez. Junior Dos Santos is going to stuff down Cain Velasquez, and he's going to hit him hard right at the beginning. And then when Cain Velasquez gets hit, he's going to think twice, like Shane Carwin thought twice before coming in again. So once he starts feeling Junior's punches,
Cain's punches. Junior's punches. Yeah.
Junior's punches, it's over. And Junior's going to end up knocking out Cain Velasquez first or second round. And nobody believes me, but that's what's going to happen.
I don't know, man. I think Cain's just too much of a savage. He's training with the guys up in at AKA up there with Cormier, and we've seen how he moves for such a big guy. He moves so quick. He's got great strength. I mean, yeah, he got knocked by Congo there, so his chin's got a little bit of weakness there. But I mean, Junior Dos Santos is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but we haven't seen any of that either, right? So I mean, I think there's just a lot of variables here. I think if Cain comes in there and gets tagged by a shot, he's going to back up for sure, but he's definitely going to be looking for the takedown. It's whether he holds Dos Santos down, it's another story, right? Julian, what do you think?
Yeah, there's something that Yale said I agree with. I don't think that Junior's an underdog. I think he's going to come in and he's going to be just as athletic as Cain will, and that's something Cain hasn't seen. He's fought big, strong guys like Congo and stuff. He hasn't fought an athletic guy like Junior. Junior's got power in his hands. He moves really well. He defends the takedown really well, and most importantly, this guy doesn't stop coming at you. He just throws and throws and throws, and you don't really see the well-roundedness of his game because he never has to use it. But I do think that he's going to be able to defend the takedown of Cain. And one more thing, Cain has a great camp at AKA. There's a lot of good guys, but when you get hit with one of Junior's uppercuts, you get hit, and so everything goes out the window at that point. And I think Junior's going to be able to catch him and win the fight.
Well, I think we're going to get hit with a great card here, and that's on Fox for the first time. Saturday, November 12th in California. Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos for the heavyweight belt, and we've got Ben Henderson and Clay Guida in the lightweight division with some lightweight belt implications, and a bunch of bantamweight and featherweight fights. So I'm looking forward to this, guys. What about you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great event, like a really good event.
And it's free, another freebie. After 138, we got another freebie on the TV there, so that's great.
Yep.
Looking forward.
Glad to hear. Okay, this was a head-to-head fight breakdown for the UFC event on Fox. It's happening this Saturday, November 12th. Yale UFC from the sportshack.ca. Julian, he's the MMA writer at streetmade.com. Julian Solomita, thank you so much, my man. And this was the MMA head-to-head fight breakdown. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend.
Later, guys.
See ya.